Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alibi Pod. This is the inaugural episode. I am Gabe, and this is Jonathan, and we are brothers, and we decided to start a podcast.
Yes, we did.
So, basically, I texted him the other day, and I said, "You want to start a podcast?"
He
And
hit me
said,
with that text. Yeah, he hit me
said-
with that.
he
You want to
said-
start a podcast text? And I said,
"Yes, sir."
yes, sir.
So here we are in Branson on vacation, shooting our first podcast
Yep.
right next to a beautiful lake on the porch and just enjoying ourselves, even though it's a little bit hot. Normally, you will not find us on the porch. You will find us on the couch in
That's
my
right.
apartment back home,
That's right.
but we couldn't wait to start. So here we are.
Yep, we getting into it on vacation. Gabe, you want to tell the good people who we are, what we're about, what we do? Start with you. Tell us about yourself.
I'll introduce myself and then you introduce yourself.
Let's do
I'm
it.
Gabe. I am 20 years old. I'm the older brother. I'm a newlywed, so I always do sappy romantic things with my wife.
He does.
And it means I get my own bedroom
He does. Well,
on vacation,
but you have to share it with your wife.
but I have to share it with my wife, which is such a great trial.
I know. Yeah,
Wouldn't
my
say I
heart breaks
mind
for
it.
you.
I am a musician, a creative. I'm the one who set up the camera, set up the microphones, and will be editing this pod.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to start a pod. It's something we kind of talked about for a little bit.
Yeah, we've always thought about starting a podcast and being on podcasts and stuff, but the thing is, everybody has a podcast, so it's not the best thing to do to just hop on a bandwagon like that. But it's just for fun.
Just another duo of white hipster dudes.
That's right. We're just like everybody else, but this is for us, and it might be a little different. I don't know.
This
Anyway.
is for us. That's kind of the key takeaway. This is for us.
That's the difference. But I'm Jonathan. I'm 18 years old. I'm the younger brother, but I am bigger than him. So that's
And he
gotta
has
be
a
worth
bigger
something.
beard.
And I do have a full beard versus the stash goatee combo. Let's see. I'm 18, like I said. I am a barber. I cut hair for a living. I'm also a musician. I make rap music on the side. Working on that. I play several instruments. Yeah. Do a little bit of fitness and cooking interests. Nothing serious though.
The wind just picked up kind of crazy. I hope the mics don't pick that up too much.
Hopefully the mics are good. I'm trying to kind of shield my mic from the wind a little bit here.
These joints have been pretty good so far, though.
I'm also a little bit worried about the cars driving by.
Nah, I won't pick those up.
It should be fine though.
You can't see it on camera, but there is a highway right there, pretty much directly on the other side of the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually kind of a terrifying road because when you turn out onto there's kind of a blind turn where cars are coming at like 45 miles an hour.
As I mentioned before, we're in Branson, Missouri, and we call this state the state of misery.
That's right.
All
It's
of
in
the
state
roads
Missouri.
are so windy, and the hills are just aggressive.
Terrible roads.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
But Branson is kind of cool, also known as the Las Vegas
The
of
Las
the Midwest.
Vegas of the Midwest.
Which I take to mean there are no consequences, on vacation, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and this is the Las Vegas of the Midwest.
What happens in Branson stays in
That's
Branson.
right. Any mistakes you make, any stupid decisions will stay here when we leave, so no consequences. It's a very freeing philosophy.
On three, what do we not have? 1, 2, 3. Consequences.
Absolutely right. Anyway, Gabe, tell them about why we picked the name Alibi Pod and why that's interesting.
Yes. Well, first of all, Alibi Pod just sounds cool. So there's that.
Alibi
But,
Podcast.
this is our alibi.
This is where we were.
This is Yes, I did not do what you thought I did. I was on the pod.
That's
But
what I was.
ironically, this is where we started a podcast as young guys.
Right.
This is what's going to come back to bite us later.
This is gonna be our sorted past. These are gonna be the clips that resurface later to get us canceled when we're
Someday someone's going to
doing
dig
other
up
things.
a wild political hot take that Jonathan said on the
That's
Alibi
right. They're
pod.
gonna come after me for something I said on the podcast, but we will not be saying slurs. So don't look for that.
Yes, only clean language.
That's right.
We're going to try and keep this, and no crazy political takes.
for the most part.
You just keep that
Keep
chill.
that to a minimum.
Keep that to a minimum.
Anyway,
How about Chick-fil-A this morning?
did go to Chick-fil-A this morning. I'm drinking the Chick-fil-A coffee. Hashtag not sponsored, obviously. Being our first episode and stuff, but Chick-fil-A is great, and we just recently discovered the Chick-fil-A hash brown bites.
Bro, it's crazy. So yesterday we went to Silver Dollar City here in Branson, which more on that later. But before we went there, we stopped at Chick-fil-A, which, by the way, there's 2 Chick-fil-A's in the short drive through
As there
Branson.
should be.
Which,
I love Chick-fil-A.
Heck yeah. More on the drive through Branson later, too. That joint is crazy. But we were at Chick-fil-A it was the 2 of us and then our younger sister and my wife. And we were all going to Silver Dollar City afterwards. And I was like, can we just get everybody a spicy chicken sandwich?
Yep.
So we got 4.
Chicken biscuit, spicy chicken biscuit.
Right, the chicken biscuit sandwich, breakfast sandwich. We got 4 of the biscuits. And then the guy's like, is that all? And I was like, yeah. And then my wife goes, no hash browns?
No hash browns?
And I was like, I didn't even know that was like a thing that we needed to get.
Yeah, so shout out to her for putting us on.
Yeah, she put us on for real. We got 4 packs of the hash brown bites.
Also, speaking of Chick-fil-A, and this is kind of a hot take, but Chick-fil-A is better than like all your Popeyes, Raising Cane's, and all that, but you can't think of it as like a fried chicken joint. Like, if you're looking for fried chicken, you're probably not going to go to Chick-fil-A, but it is better than other chicken places, just generally, in my opinion.
I'm not that big of a fan of just like your generic fried chicken, KFC and Cane's.
Those chicken sandwiches are a different situation, and they're not as good.
Okay, yeah, Chick-fil-A is fire.
Yeah, but how about Silver Dollar City though? Let's talk about that.
We did. We had a great time at Silver Dollar City yesterday, and there's a super fun story.
Fun story.
So we pull up to Silver Dollar City. We ride the shuttle from the parking lot over to like the park entrance, and there's this self-serve kiosk where you can buy your tickets, and they're
tickets to Silver Dollar City are like $90, and I was actually kind of almost hoping / planning to panhandle some money to go to Silver Dollar City because that joint expensive, and I'm not trying to spend $90.
Steep, yeah. And for reference, Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, the ticket prices are like $30 for a day pass.
Much less than that. But
Silver Dollar City is a solid $89.
Yeah.
Plus tax.
And
plus they only have like 10 coasters. Everything else inside is like you have to pay for it too.
I was thinking of going to Branson Landing first and like going up to people and being like, hey, I'm trying to go to Silver Dollar City. You trying to contribute like $5 or $10? I was gonna get a whole pitch and stuff and try to get people to give me money. But we ended up going to Branson Landing later that night in Silver Dollar City first, so I didn't get that opportunity. However, worked out because
it did work out. Yeah, so we're adding up the ticket prices. I put one for me, one for my wife, and it was like $195. And then like right at that moment, this like slightly older lady comes up behind us. She's like, "Hey, like, are there like 4 in your group?" And John's like, yeah. Like, what's up? And so she's like, I'm a season pass holder here, and we have like this voucher where we can get 4 $25 tickets with the presentation of our season pass at the ticket booth.
Come on.
And we're like, heck yeah, but also like, is this like a scam or something? Like, we don't have
Gabe was
any
kind of
idea.
suspicious.
John was like, let's go.
I
let's
figured,
go.
yeah, I kind of just knew it was working out. I get spoiled a lot on various things where I have to spend money. Like shoes will just be on a discount for me sometimes, or tickets will be cheaper. Because
God has blessed you.
The good Lord likes to spoil me in those ways. And I do, like, the whole time we were at Silver Dollar City, I kind of saw it as, like, we were going with, God as our Father, like, Dad was taking us to Silver Dollar City because God was looking out for us and paving the way for us and giving us blessing. And I experienced that a lot. It feels like I really live in favor. It's a
Yes,
fun way to just kind
sir.
of. It's a fun way to live. There's a lot of things where I'll just see it and be like, man, I'm living in the favor and blessing of the Lord on my life.
That's what's up.
It's a good way to live.
But back to the tickets.
Tickets.
We
Yeah.
follow this lady over to the ticket booth. We're kind of just talking, like, oh, our sister is like, in high school, and we all kind of graduated college already, and like, what are we doing, and how often does she come here? Just kind of chatting it up. Also, still wondering, like, am I about to like get bit when I get to like the ticket counter? Is something up? And so we get over there, and she does the thing, and it's legit.
Yep.
Like $100. I was able to get all 4 tickets,
Mm-hmm.
which just,
paid 'em
if
back.
you'll recall, that's half the price of.
Yep. Got 4 for the price of 1, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yep. So
That's-
shout out to Lou.
Lou. Yeah, it was
Her name was
Lou
Lou.
or Louise. Her name was
I think
super
she
sweet,
went by Lou, but her name
super
was
sweet
Louise,
lady.
Yeah, I love her. And then
She the goat for
Yeah,
real.
we thanked her profusely, and our sister was like, "Oh, can I give you a hug?" And
She's so sweet.
Gave her a hug. Lou was like on the verge of tears after that. I
So
think that really
sweet.
touched her. So
Made our day too.
shout out to her.
We had a
Yeah,
great
we're
time.
not gonna forget her. Lou, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, we love you.
Yes,
Thank
we love
you.
you. Thank you. So good.
Yeah,
And then we rode every ride.
we did. Well, not every ride, but
Every
all the
coaster,
coasters.
every
Yeah,
coaster.
big fan of coasters. Actually, Gabe and I's first coaster back in the day, be like 10 years ago or so. Maybe
At
not
least.
quite, but
No, at least.
I don't know.
Gotta be young.
We were young. Our first roller coaster was a roller coaster in Silver Dollar City. We went on the Powder Keg with our dad many, many years ago when our great grand aunt used to live here in Branson, and we would come up here. That was our first time on a roller coaster, and I really, really enjoy roller coasters.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I've noticed, like, when I'm on a roller coaster, like, I'm just smiling like the Joker, It's one of the things I can do where I actually have nothing else on my mind. I'm just enjoying myself, really having fun.
Yeah.
So I kind of a big fan of roller coasters.
They shoot those shots of you like on the drop or something.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
man in every picture, he's just cheesing,
It's such a big
hair
smile.
looking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Yeah. My least favorite kind of roller coaster-esque ride is the ones that just go straight up and down. They are, first of all, the scariest ones. I find it really scary to just fly up in the air and drop straight down,
Oh yeah.
which I don't know why that's scarier than riding curves and going upside down and stuff, but it's just scarier for me. But also, I saw a video recently of these people who were on a ride like that, and it went up and then down and didn't stop, so that joint just pancaked straight on the ground.
Oh gosh.
And yeah, I don't think they were okay. It was pretty bad, so I'm even more scared of those.
Definitely want to avoid that.
Yeah, and I told my sister, we rode a ride like that at Silver Dollar City yesterday, and me and my sister, Gabe and his wife, were getting a portrait or something.
One of those sappy romantic things that I love to do now.
Anyway, yeah, my sister Ellie and I were riding that ride, and I told her the story about that colossal tragedy right before we got on, and then she and I just looked at each other, and at the exact same time we were just like,
Thumbs up.
Yep. So that happened.
It'll be alright.
We didn't die. Yeah,
You didn't die.
Daddy God was looking out for us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's right. Ooh. Shout out to my vacation fits, huh?
Yo, this summer is what's up.
I really like these shirts. I've been trying to get more of these like chill button down beach vibe shirts.
Oh yeah. That's the vibe this summer for sure.
Yeah. And I'm wearing these multicolored Jordans that I got for $20 at a retail spot in the hood, which was kind of fun. They might be fake. I don't know. Don't really care either because they look cool. And like I said, they were $20, which is really, really good for Jordans.
They're really loud.
They are. They make every fit immediately super wild, especially when you're wearing a button-down shirt with shorts and rainbow Jordans. It's an interesting fit.
It's not like Roy G. Biv though. It's like
No, it's just multicolored crazy.
it's like a stroke.
The way I'm trying to do my style lately is I kind of see it as carefree fashion in a sense.
Hold your mic a little higher.
It's like sort of like almost like the way beach vibes are, because you're not like, you're sort of just wearing clothes, and the idea is that you look good and you're just adding stuff. You know, it's like I put on something just because the pieces are cool more than I'm trying super hard to style stuff. And you gotta be decently good looking to pull it off. So I don't know how I think I probably look pretty wild most of the time, but it's also pretty comfortable.
You keep that beard clean though, and it keeps you.
I do. The beard helps, I think. Being a barber, I care very much for my beard.
And a good haircut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Keep it tight.
I like my hair. Grew my hair out in the past year. Used to keep it pretty tight on the sides like a fade, but now it's longer, flowier hairstyle. Hair reveal in a coming podcast. I'm wearing a hat right now because my hair is wild, not podcast ready hair.
Well, we're outside today.
Yeah, and it's windy.
We will not be outside next time.
Yeah. Next week, hair reveal probably.
Yeah. I just have the long hair. It's messy bun summer for real.
That's right, yeah. When you have nice hair, that's good looking in itself just because it's nice hair, you know. Nice, healthy hair is cool. You heard it here first as a barber.
It's a loud truck. I wonder if the mics picked that up or not.
Hopefully not.
I don't think so. There's always a non-zero chance that all of this audio is just awful and the video's like wacky and this podcast never makes it out. There's always that small chance.
Yeah, we might have to shoot another first podcast.
If we do, we'll have to have a better outline.
Why did you run out of things to say?
No, not yet. But 30-minute pod is actually longer than you might expect.
Well, it's been 20 minutes, so we've still got some time.
Yeah. Branson, bro, just driving through the street, I've not been to Vegas, but I've heard about Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
It must be similar, because there's freaking like this building with like a Hollywood sign and then like a tower with like King Kong on it.
Yeah, very weird.
It's all so like kitschy and like fake looking. Like Branson itself is kind of corny, it feels like.
A little bit.
It's so like tourist coded. It's like, does anybody actually live here? Also, everything is more expensive.
Yeah. Shout outs to tourist traps.
It's like $8 water bottles no matter where you go.
Taking a Be Real live on the podcast.
A Be Real live on the podcast,
It's
bro.
not even Be Real time, just adding an extra one. Shout out to the Be Real updates.
No, all the ads now.
6 Be Reals plus the roulette one, I think.
Yeah, so
And
many
you have
Be
to
Reals, but
scroll
there's
through 'em.
ads like every couple of
A lot of dumb ads too.
shots. Yeah, that's on selling the app.
Yeah, shout out to selling the app. How much did it sell for? Wasn't it like
500 mil, maybe?
made this dude like rich?
Something crazy like that.
He was already rich. I saw videos from the guy who started Be Real, like on his TikTok or whatever, and he was talking about like he went on college and all that and blah blah blah, and he's like, it wasn't for me, so I decided to drop out and travel the world. Like, okay, somebody's got money already apparently.
Well, I mean, there's two sides to that. One is maybe you just have the money and you can do that. The other is if that's just a value, I mean, you can kind of travel relatively cheaply.
Yes, I think
he's not from the United States either. He's from like, I don't know, somewhere in Europe, I think.
I feel like his parents had some money.
Sure.
He was
yeah.
able to drop out of college and just travel and start whatever business he wanted, which is kind of a rich people thing to do. So
Good
shout
on
out
him.
to that.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on him. And
he's only
ended up
like,
successful.
20 something?
Yeah, now
and he's already
made
sold a company for
like 500 million.
half a bill?
That's
if
that's what
crazy.
it was, but Yeah, I have to fact check that.
Yeah, I'll have to look
Now,
that up.
speaking of rich people, I saw this thing. I don't know if I want to name drop. Should we name drop on the pod?
Ah,
Influencers.
I'll clip it out if I don't like it.
Bridge Fit posted on her story.
Okay.
She shared this reel. If you're feeling left behind, just remember only 15.3% of American households make over 100K. The average credit card balance is $6,295. 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. The average age of first-time home buyer is 35. You're probably doing better than you think. So, yeah, shut up. Your husband is a rapper. Like, bro is literally rich. Like, why is this rich person posting this? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is not in the same level. Like, what is she... But, like, I love Bridge Fit, love NF, love their family. They're great. But that's a little bit of a weird thing to post. Being that your husband has giant mega hits and platinum plaques and world tours. Like, yeah, you tell me about how you're not behind.
Nah, I feel like they're catching strays from you there. I don't know. It's good
Starting
to be in
off
touch.
strong with the wild takes.
It's good to be in touch with like everyone's reality. Like, I wish that rich and famous people would kind of more often be like, "Yo, the inequality is real," or like, "The system is hard."
Like that tweet from what was his name from The Office about
Dwight?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
about snacks at the movie
oh gosh,
theaters.
what's the actor's actual name? We call him Dwight Schrute for real. Also, you might need to hold your mic a little closer. Anyway, Dwight Schrute for real. He was like, "Oh, like I went to see this movie in the theaters." And he was like, "I'm rich, so I can afford it, but like I'm not gonna mince about the fact that
snacks were stupid expensive.
This is so expensive." And we were like, "Thank you so much for
being in touch with the world,
being in touch with reality."
Yeah. You know, maybe we should have put the mics in different channels so we could mix them and give me more volume.
Yeah.
If I've been holding it too low.
Yeah, we're gonna have to compress it.
Definitely.
Audio better on episode 2. How about that?
Assuming we can use this at all.
Right.
Hopefully we can. This has been a very meandering podcast.
I know. Maybe next time we'll give it a little bit more structure.
Maybe we'll get better at podcasting as we keep doing it.
It's worth noting that this is our first podcast.
And by the way, everybody who thinks they can start a podcast, which is pretty much everybody, by the way, everybody thinks they can start a podcast, ourselves included. Let's be real here, but you think, oh yeah, I could start a podcast, I could have a hit show, me and my friends are funny, but trust me, when you're in front of the camera, it's completely different. And
this has not been funny. We're not being funny.
Oh no, we're not funny at all. I'm not sure we're even being interesting to anyone other than ourselves, but we will improve on that probably. But just speaking, like, not even from just the podcast perspective, like, we've spent a lot of time recording people, you know. We've done videos, we've done music, we've done a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you are not used to having a camera in front of you, you will be shocked.
It's crazy how
find out what
uncomfortable
you're
people
like.
get.
Yeah.
A camera or a microphone too. Like when we're recording.
Yeah.
I don't know though. One of the worship leaders at our church, a good friend, great close friend. She's insane. She's such a good like singer and worship leader. She's great in front of crowds. I've played in front of there's tons of people with her. She's so comfortable. She'll talk. She'll sing. She's super talented. Just a genuine superstar. But you put her in front of a camera and she like freaks out. Like she
doesn't know what to do.
She like she wants to throw up. Like she's not okay.
Yeah. We've had several different people have weird experiences in front of a camera or a microphone. Remember when we were trying to record that one time with somebody and they couldn't do it? Just didn't know what to do.
I feel like that's happened more than once.
Yeah. We're not going to name drop on the podcast. I probably shouldn't have brought that up at all, but the point is, it's a different world with a micro camera on your face.
Yeah, it's scary sometimes.
Shout out to us for having mics and cameras in our face for the past 6 years.
Starting a pod has been a long time coming. sort of, because we've made music, we've made content around music.
Right.
We had like a Christian rap CHH project.
We did.
From the time we were like.
But we started when we were like 9. I was 9.
Well,
You
yeah,
would've
but
been,
we didn't start like really
11.
putting stuff out. Until
Started
we were,
like on YouTube in 2018.
yeah, so we were pretty young. And then for a couple years we like did that, and then we like released songs, and we had at least one summer of like it feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
But then we stopped that, and
Doing something else now.
yeah, you've got kind of a rap hip hop project still.
Still do, yeah.
We both we participate in like the worship team at our church and leading worship,
Various things.
playing like live music. I've been kind of experimenting with like alt rock and punk rock and like learning new instruments and stuff, but also like working with social media, making clips like sermon clips,
Yep.
creating content in other capacities. There's just a lot of like general knowledge of that and stuff too. That, I don't know, it did feel like a natural progression that eventually we'd put together something a little bit more cohesive to kind of explore that.
It's all gonna lead somewhere eventually.
This is just another shot. Maybe it's a podcast.
It's another thing that we're doing for fun.
For love of the game.
For funsies.
I know, and that's one of the things too in the music. When I was really like managing the music project, we get so tied up in like numbers and stuff, and like what are the streaming numbers and what are the views on the videos, and are those converting to streaming metrics, and like you just got to get more followers and stuff. And obviously, I'm still gonna pay attention to that stuff, but on this pod, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just for us. And it could be 5, 6 episodes, or it could be hundreds. And you could have 5 or 6 listeners, or we could have hundreds. And it's for us. Mm-hmm. And also, now that I've, moved out and got married, I feel like it's a nice kind of structured way for us to connect on a regular basis.
Yeah, we'll be able to talk every week.
Yeah, every week we got a 30-minute blocked off part of the day to just
talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, this is it's kind of like a combination of a couple of different podcasts you may have seen. It's like the Dropouts podcast in the sense that this is just a couple of brothers having a conversation, and you're just here. It's very similar to the New Heights show too, because we're not around each other as much as we used to be, so we're a couple brothers trying to have some time to talk about stuff.
Catch up, stay connected, yeah.
So, yeah, this is our conversations, doing whatever we do with the camera watching us. So
I feel like maybe this episode, the listeners that there may not be, however many there are, they're maybe getting to know us a little bit, which might be ironic considering half the people that listen are going to be just like our friends maybe. But
yeah, they're already getting to know.
But hey, now you get to know us in the context of the pod, and hopefully you're interested in watching the next pod, where we're going to put together a little bit more of an agenda. We have a whole week to think about it.
Yep.
And we're going to hopefully be a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Not that this isn't interesting, though. You got to love this, right?
Definitely.
I'm loving the view and the weather today, though.
It's so cool.
All other things aside.
We should probably shoot some content though, because we dropped a song on Friday and haven't really posted any videos about it at all. Posted one on TikTok. I don't think I've even posted on Instagram. Definitely haven't posted on YouTube, so
you gotta get on top of that.
Well, that's it's probably a wrap on episode 1 then, isn't it?
That's what's up. We'll see you guys next week.